Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bat Dan Slots. So, we continue this Flash movie hype series. But the Flash movie has a big character returning. Michael Keaton's Batman. Which, you can't see on my hat, but if you look on the image that I inserted here, sorry, camera confuses me which side I'm pointing to. My hat actually has the Michael Keaton Batman symbol on it. So, if a Flash movie hat has Michael Keaton's Batman, I have to talk about his movie before the Flash movie comes out. Now, I already reviewed Batman Returns for my Christmas series, in fact, on Christmas Day, but I have not reviewed the first one yet, Batman, or as a lot of people know it as Batman, 1989, the year the movie came out. When I was a kid, I was pretty hard on these movies. I said stuff like Batman didn't kill, but my tone on that changed a lot. That was a stupid thing I said as a kid. And I was just kind of really a lot harder on Tim Burton, to be honest, than I should have been. After rewatching Batman Returns for Christmas, yeah, that one still has its issues. But to be honest, Batman 1989 is a pretty good film. It really captures the dark atmosphere of Batman really well, and Gotham. Overall, there's so many great things about this movie that I like. There's still some stuff that didn't work. So, one, spoilers, this movie has been out since 1989, so if you haven't seen it, sorry. And this won't be a play-by-play. I'm just gonna go over certain plot points I liked, certain characters I liked, and some stuff I didn't like so much. But one thing I really loved is the dark atmosphere of Gotham. Really feel that this is a crime-ridden city, rotten to its core at this point. The whole reason why there is a Batman. With the color grading and the way it's filmed, you really feel like this is Gotham. You really watch the movie and this is Gotham. And visuals are everything. It really feels like a comic book. You're looking at a comic book in live action. Tim Burton does a really good job capturing that. And then there's a supporting character. Kind of here, Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon. They do a good job. I mean, nothing real significant about them. They're just kind of there. And then Michael Goff as Alfred. Well, the actor did a good job, but they didn't do a lot with his character. He does a great job of this being this father figure, telling embarrassing stories about Bruce Wayne to Vicky Vale, that classic parent embarrassing his kid moment. And he does show that he cares about Bruce and wants what's best for him. But, I don't know, compared to Michael Caine as Alfred or Jeremy Irons as Alfred, Michael Goff's character, the way he's written, he doesn't feel like he does a lot in this movie. Other than the very stupid thing of letting Vicky Vale in the Batcave. Bruce Wayne should have fired Alfred immediately. Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale had just met. They were not in a position where they love each other to the point that Batman just reveals his identity to her. I mean, I know he was going to do it earlier, but Alfred at the end made the decision for him, which is not okay. So, if I talk about that later on, just know, Bruce still should have been the one to do it. But anyways, overall, I do like Vicky Vale as a character. She's a really good reporter. You really feel her reporter's intuition. She's the only one who believed Alexander Knox's story of the Batman, this mysterious bat figure in Gotham. And then when she meets Bruce Wayne, she just knows that something is off about him. And then there's some stuff I don't love. She is a bit too much of a damsel in distress. She screams a lot like crazy. Other than that, though, I do like her character okay. But the real main characters of this movie are Jack Nicholson as the Joker and Michael Keaton as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Jack Nicholson does a really good job of portraying the crazy aspect of the Joker. He laughs and he's this crime boss who takes over. You can kind of tell he has a way to really take control of the situation. Jack Nicholson does a really good job with that. There are some aspects of the character that didn't quite do it for me. I'm not a big fan of Joker having an origin. Joker is supposed to be a mysterious character, and no one knows who he is. That's the whole point, is that no one knows. His identity is unknown. I mean, yes, I know there's some movies that have done it recently, like Todd Phillips' The Joker, or Todd Phillips' Joker. There's no dot in the title. I don't know, that's like a standalone Elseworlds, I guess even though it is getting a sequel, but it's an Elseworlds movie, so that's a little different. His motivations were driven too much by Vicky Vale. I don't know, I mean, I know even Joker likes to get some action, but I feel like Joker is not the character who would be completely thinking with his dick. But his plan was very creative. The equivalent of the laughing gas. Basically having the makeup making people smile and die. Like, I thought that was a really clever plan. You know, I kind of laugh a little bit. I'm watching these news reporters. Do people really look that bad without their makeup? I mean, I don't wear makeup. Well, correction, I guess I do sometimes wear makeup for this YouTube channel, but in fact, I'm actually wearing makeup right now. But in general, I don't wear makeup and I don't look that bad. So, I don't know. That, I mean, you know, little stuff like that, it's a little comedic relief, I guess you could say. But Joker still is smart, and he knows how to play into humans' greed. Who do you trust more, Batman or the Joker? And Joker knows people are greedy, so one thing he does is he buys everyone's forgiveness, because he knows that will work. He knows that people like money, so he gives everyone $20 million in cash. Not everyone individually, but throws $20 million in cash together to get people to trust him, only for him to use his laughing gas, his balloons, to kill people. With actual laughing gas this time. But again, it's just a really clever plan that really plays into the dark aspects of humanity. The only thing I don't like what they did with him at the end, though, is they killed him. I've gotten all over the whole Batman killing people, killing the Joker, although I argue that Batman shouldn't have killed him as he was getting away. But, I don't know. So, Joker is Batman's main archenemy. To me, when Joker dies, it's the end of Batman's days. The Batman Arkham days. Joker dies in Arkham City, and it's a year later into Arkham Knight, which was basically the end of Batman in that universe. I mean, aside from that fiery bat at the end, I don't know. I mean, I've just treated it as the end of Batman. But in his long, I think it was, in the Arkham games, it was like 10, 12 years as Batman, Joker was there for the vast majority of it. Batman 1989 is an origin story. It probably takes place over the course of maybe a week, and Joker's dead. So you're telling me Batman's main archenemy, his major archenemy, dies within a week of Bruce being Batman. I don't know. Something about that just didn't quite work for me. It's kind of cool how Tim Burton did use some of the Killing Joke origin where he falls into the vat of chemicals after fighting Batman. I don't like that they called it Axis chemicals instead of Ace chemicals. I know that changes need to happen from the comics, but that one just felt like a change for the sake of a change instead of an actual need a change. And in terms of Joker killing Batman's parents, I mean, again, and that's a personal taste. I don't necessarily like that change from the comics, but Joker still has some good lines, like, "This town needs an enema. Wait till they get a load of me. I'm glad you're dead." Now let's get into Michael Keaton. I'm going to go over his Bruce Wayne and his Batman. As his Bruce Wayne, I really kind of love how he's kind of this socially awkward person. He's this billionaire who just doesn't really know people. He meets Vicky Vale, is like, "Oh, I don't know I'm Bruce Wayne," and then he's talking to Vicky Vale in a big dining hall and not realizing that, yeah, a big table, you shouldn't be sitting this far apart. Can't really see it. My arms are on the other side of each other completely. You shouldn't be this far apart if you're having dinner. There's something about Michael Keaton's Batman that just really worked for me. Just kind of fit in. Just really feel his Bruce Wayne was important. It's not just a front. He's actually Bruce Wayne as well as Batman. It was kind of interesting to see Bruce Wayne also kind of being the person too, wanting to find love with Vicky Vale. And Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne is a pretty interesting character. Just kind of really, you feel the pain when his parents are dead, when he's at the alley, dropping a rose down. Michael Keaton does a really good job just capturing the emotions of Bruce Wayne. Oh, one thing about Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne I have to add is I love his line, "You wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts." Can't forget that. But anyways, his Batman. Really interesting choices they make with his Batman. He kills unnecessarily. He kills Joker just to stop him from getting away. He blows up all these people in the factory very brutally. I say this before and I'll say this again. Why do people get so upset with Ben Affleck's Batman killing, but then love Michael Keaton's Batman? There's some stuff that doesn't quite work for me, like some of his fight choreography. He has to turn completely around. He can't just turn his neck around. Hopefully, the Flash movie, he has a better suit. But he's saving Vicky Vale, and he drops down and he just falls. If Vicky Vale didn't take the picture of them, they would have been easily able to unmask him as Batman. And I don't know, the way he fell, it felt like kind of a stupid move to get caught. So, didn't like that so much. But overall, again, I have to get used, it's the 90s, stuff was different then. His voice, I'm Batman. Really good Batman voice, much better than Christian Bale's voice, at least better than The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. But overall, Michael Keaton does a really good job as both Batman and Bruce Wayne. At first, I liked his Batman better than his Bruce Wayne, but after watching this movie, I like his Bruce Wayne a little more than his Batman. Kind of funny how that works sometimes.
But I cannot forget to talk about that soundtrack, that Danny Elfman soundtrack. Danny Elfman composed great music for this movie, from Batman's theme, da 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 da, to a song for Joker, da 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 da. It really adds to the overall tone that Tim Burton conveyed for this movie. Tim Burton did a phenomenal job introducing the public to a serious Batman. And while I have some gripes with this movie, at the end, what I loved outweighed what I hated. And overall, I would give this film a 9.1346 out of 10. So what do you think? Did you agree with what I said? Comment in the comment section, let me know. And if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. After seeing this movie, I'm even more excited to see Michael Keaton return in the Flash film. And on that note, have a bat-tastic day.